Here we have a SAT math problem. Okay, let's cover the question. A researcher selected two random samples of employees in a large company to estimate the percentage of employees that plan to vote in favor of a new division. Based on the first sample, the researcher estimated that 68% of the employees would vote in favor with an associated margin of error of 9.7%. Based on the second sample, the researcher estimated that 84% of the employees would vote in favor with an associated margin of error of 6.7%. Assuming the margins of error were calculated in the same way, which of the following best explains why the second sample obtained a smaller margin of error than the first sample? Okay, the information says two samples are taken from the same company, that is employees. And also for both the samples, a margin of error is calculated in the same way. Okay, now let me consider a concept in sampling and consider the two stuff, that is sample size. Let me write it over here. And the second stuff is margin of error. Let me write it. Okay, when I increase the sample size, then the margin of error will decrease. When I decrease the sample size, then the margin of error will increase. Now let's consider the two samples. In the first sample, the margin of error is 9.7%. Let me write over here. And in the second sample, we have the margin of error 6.7%. Okay, in the second sample, the margin of error is less than the margin of error in the first sample. So since the margin of error in the second sample is smaller, so the size of sample 2 must be greater than the size of sample 1. Or we can say the size of sample 1 is smaller than size of sample 2. We find this stuff exactly in answer choice A. That is, the first sample contained fewer employees than the second sample. That is, the size of the first sample is less than the size of the second sample. So the correct answer choice for this question is A.